Hey, Tater Cowgirl here. You know, I'm busy with canning tomatoes every day. I'm harvesting a bunch of them and can them. Working with dirt keeps me grounded, but I cannot just, show you recordings about canning tomatoes. That would make it really boring here on the channel. And other than that, I'm practicing bass guitar. I post that now and then. So today I thought about something else. Those of you who know me personally know that I write poems in my Swabian dialect as well as in English. For one poem I won a book grant, nothing special, just a little book grant, and I published a few. So usually I have a story behind every poem, as you can imagine. If you want to hear more of those, we can do a poetry reading every month or every 2 months, or let me know if you're interested. I just tried today to show you what I'm doing. So the first poem I read to you today is called Friday, because it's Friday today. I wrote a series of poems and I dedicated a poem to every day of the week. It was in 2006. I kind of wrote it in haiku style, but not really, because I didn't stick to the haiku format, which is 7-5-7, 7 syllables, 5 syllables, 7 syllables. That's a true haiku, but I didn't stick to that format. But it's kind of haiku-ish written, so I just put that out here. Okay, let's start. Get my glasses that I see something. Friday. Friday is a charming daredevil. The one who flirted with you teases, invites everyone to go sailing on a cloud. Grab his hand, princess. Let him serenade you. Enjoy the sunshine, but be aware, he won't last longer than a weekend. The story behind is, this was, when I wrote that, this was the time in between, after my divorce, a horrible divorce, and after 18-year marriage, a horrible divorce, and then right before, a little bit, I think a year before I met Clay. So it was my single life in between. It was a time I needed to find myself, to be open for a new relationship. I loved my single life in Silicon Valley. You know, I went playing chess with a Russian group at Santana Row. They had these chess tables there outside in the mall. I met them every Sunday to play chess. They kicked my butt, you know, every time. It was a fun time. It was a fun time with friends, you know, and I didn't need a relationship. But I met somebody and we had feelings for each other. We both did not look for a relationship at that point of time. But it was more than a one-night stand. It was less than a relationship. We met on and off, but it was never more than, well, can you call it a fling? Yeah, maybe it's a fling. It was something in between a one-night stand and a relationship. That's all I can tell you. Friends with benefits, I think that's what they call it these days. I don't know, I wouldn't have called it then, but I guess that's what it was until it fizzled out. He was 13 years younger than me, so imagine. Anyway, it was a good experience, and he, you know, he's still a friend, so. That is when I wrote the Friday poem. It would not last longer than a weekend. So the next poem I wrote in 1999, right after my divorce, my horrible divorce. And I don't think there's any explanation necessary when I read that. And this is the one I won the book grant for. So let's get started. You say you love. You say you love flowers and you pick them. You say you love birds and you put them in a cage. You say you love animals and you eat them. You say you love children and you hit them. Can you understand that I'm scared when you say you love me? Yeah, that's how I was rolling at that time. And now I read you a poem I wrote today. That was the idea. When I wrote that poem today, I had the idea, oh, why won't you read it on your channel? You know, do something different. And here we are, reading poems. So I wrote that today. It's my copyright. The title is It Is. It is not working, says the pessimist. It is in my sleep, says the dreamer. It is not possible, says the realist. It is hope, says the optimist. It is faith, says the believer. It is not good enough, says the perfectionist. It is what it is, says love. Yeah, that's what I wrote today. What is the story behind it? I don't know. I have always strong feelings, and I'm listening to other people, what they think it is, and everybody puts out their opinion. And no matter what it is, if I feel, if I love something, like playing bass is a passion of mine. I love something and it's unconditional. It is not about being perfect. It is not about having entertainment or something. It is something I truly, truly love to do, and it gives me joy. So I'm doing it. It is what it is. That's what I got to it, how I got to it. I hope you liked it. Oh, I have another one for you. So I told you the haiku. Hold on, I have to go to my computer for that. Haikus are written in 7/5/7, 7 syllables, 5 syllables, 7 syllables, 5 syllables. There's a very strict Japanese form of poetry. And I used to be in a poetry forum, you know, where we met online and shared our thoughts about poetry or haikus. And somebody from that forum emailed me in haiku style, and I emailed back in haiku style. And that is really hard. Try it. It's really hard to say something meaningful and put it in these few syllables. And everything you say is condensed to exactly to the point you want to bring over in what you are saying, because you have not many syllables to talk about it. It's very, very, how do you say that? It's very challenging, but it's also very good to brush up your language. So let me read that, and then you might see what I mean. Of course, there's a story behind it too. Let's get to that later. So the haiku is called 575 Dialogue. Oh, I have to tell you, the guy who wrote me was from Norway, and I called him Oslo, and I'm from Bavaria, so he called me Munich. Okay? So 575 Dialogue. Munich. Meet blind in dark night, light, latte, and a good talk. Norwegian Wednesday. Oslo. I like the idea of roaming around the world inside a bookstore. Munich. Writing the haiku. No room left for empty words. The essence of life. Hey, you guys, that's how we communicated. Do this for a while, and man, it's really challenging. So eventually, and that's the story behind it I want to tell you, eventually we decided to meet and have a blind date. And we met in that bookstore in Mountain View, and what can I say? We did not see eye to eye, both of us. There was no spark, no nothing. It was so disappointing. I mean, it was really sad. But we never met again, and we never wrote again. But it was fun doing these dialogues. It has a place in my heart, even if nothing came out of it, and it was disappointing actually, but it has a place in my heart. And every time I read that, I think, man, we did something really good in that. So this was my day of poetry reading to you. Let me know, give me feedback. If you don't like it, if you think it's boring, I'm not gonna do it again. I just wanted to bring more things into my channel and not just having the same cooking recipe. So I will still cook, I will still play bass, I will still do other stuff, fashion stuff, but maybe poetry reading will have a little place too. And as I say in California, peace out. Pow. Have a good weekend.